Hello, Senior Stoner fans. This is the Real Senior Stoner back at you. And what I want to talk about now are haters. It's a difficult topic. And I hope I'm not rubbing anybody incorrectly here. But haters really suck. And what I'm going to define as a hater is somebody who cannot accept anyone other than a person that thinks the way they do, looks the way they do, acts the way they do, says what they say, agrees with what they say, and never says a negative thing about them. Those are the haters. Now, we all know there are a lot of haters out there in the world, but there's a complex situation that's compounding the problem with the haters. We've been isolated. Even the haters are isolated. So what happens is, think back to when you were 6 to 12, and you had that rocket that you had to pump up with the water. Pump, 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 and then, and it would fly up. That is unfortunately what is happening to the haters. The haters have no one to hate. The haters are isolated just like everybody else. So when they come out, it's like they're down in their three-point stance, ready to attack. They come out, boom, charging. They don't care what they're hating. They just have to hate. How do we deal with haters? What happens if we go into a restaurant, when the restaurants open back up again, with our family, say a wife and 2 kids, and you sit down, and because you're white, black, Indian, Italian, Jewish, Muslim, Hispanic, Polish, Russian, the haters start hating verbally at you. What do? They've been locked up, the haters, as long as we've been locked up. So we're going to eventually butt heads. It's just going to happen. People walking around, circulating around. We don't have signs on us saying innocent people. They don't have signs on us saying haters. But they act hatefully. There's really nothing you can do in advance because there are no signs that say hate. What there is there's behavior that you can identify as being part of people who hate, and we stay clear of those people. Think about it. If there's an altercation nearby, walk the other way. If you can get out of the situation, if it's just verbal, put your hat down and walk away. If you're with your wife or your kids, shelter them and walk away. Hating, unfortunately, is not a crime. This is America. You can say, I'm a sack of shit, I smell like fart, and I look like a potato sack. I can say, F you, you mother F, and etc. back at you, but it's not illegal. Either one of those things is illegal. But they're hurtful. They're hurtful even more if it has to do with my race, my religion, my beliefs, my sexual inclination. These are the things that the haters prey on. Haters remind me of a scab. Because what haters do is they go on the scab, and they just keep picking at it. Keep rubbing at it. They keep rubbing at it. Another word for haters are agitators. Just keep rubbing it. There's a movie with William Shatner from the 60s where he was an outside agitator sent into a southern town to get things going back in the 60s in a negative way. So the haters, all they need is something to trigger them, and they're going to keep rubbing that scab till it bleeds. Another thing about the haters, unfortunately, they're not very smart. Unfortunately, you're dealing with the Fagins of the world. If you remember your Charles Dickens novels, Fagins of the world, and they're not very smart. Okay? They're haters and they're hateful and they're called that for a reason. Nothing you say or I say is going to change how they are. So what happens when you butt heads with these people is you've just got to find a way to deal with it. If it gets violent, you call 911, obviously. But if it's just the hating, I wouldn't hate back. Don't fuel the fire with hate back. Another thing about bullies and about haters in particular, if you hate them back, you're giving them exactly what they want. What the haters want is for you to hate them. They don't want you to say, oh, it's love. Please, peace be with you, it's love, as you're being told what a sack of shit you are. They want you to say what a sack of shit they are. Then they have accomplished their goal. I know it sounds counterintuitive. Somebody's bothering us, and we're not going to bother them back. Counterintuitive. Wait. You know as well as I do that if it did an altercation did get to police, if you're involved back and forth, you're guilty too. So what I'm trying to ask all of us to do is to feel sorry for these people. Feel sorry for the haters because they're locked up just like we are. They're going to be, like I said on the 3-point stance, running out to hate. They're going to hate everything. They're going to hate anything. They can hate sugar. It doesn't matter. Okay? Up to us, when we encounter the haters, to continue to be who we are. That's the summary page. The haters are going to hate. They're going to be hateful. It's going to be unpleasant. But we need to be who we are. Do not lose sight of who you are. You will feel better at the end if you've held to your own values and were strong enough just to stay firm with your beliefs. Just stay firm with who you are and what you think. I'm not saying you're not going to get dragged into stuff, but what I'm saying is maintain your character. Do not become like the haters. Okay? This is the Real Senior Stoner. I'm sorry to have had to have this discussion. Cheers.